versus Andrew Anthony Bland. First one is case number 623023. Mr. Bland, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear that in this proceeding, the information and responses and paperwork that you might submit through your attorney and the record will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir, I do.
Thank you. Put your hand down. You might adjust your apparatus, phone or computer. There you go. We were getting from your nose up.
Oh, yes, sir.
So, all right. Patty, the 623023, what is the original charge on that?
Your Honor, that is a DWI 0.15 or higher, I believe. But if the court will let me break that up, these are both DWI cases, Your Honor.
Right. I know.
That is a DWI, Your Honor, without the enhancement.
This one?
Yes, sir. 623023 DWI.
All right. Mr. Bland, before we proceed, the first thing I need to do is make sure that you know and understand that in both these proceedings, you have an absolute right to remain silent. That means you don't have to say anything at all. You don't have to answer questions, and you don't have, you're not required to submit paperwork that you have signed. Do you understand you have those rights?
Yes, sir.
In my understanding that you intend to and will waive those rights, that is, give up the rights, and you're going to be answering questions and submitting paperwork through your attorney?
Yes, sir.
All right. Excuse me. For the record, where were you born, sir?
I was born here in San Antonio.
All right. Then I find in these cases that you are a U.S. citizen. It is my understanding that you have reviewed documents with and through your attorney regarding these two cases. Specifically, right now, we're on 623023. The charge is DWI. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
And you at all times in this proceeding, I will remind you of different rights and important matters that you must know, and that I will be asking you for the record if you're aware of those rights. One of them is the right to a jury trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir. I understand that I'm waiving my right to a jury trial.
Okay. Also, there is a right called the right to appeal. That right is exercised by either you and or your attorney asking a higher court to review the record, the official record in this case, which is being done by Ms. Rivera. She's on the screen that you'll probably see her with the red bookcase behind her. That right, I understand that you intend to give up too.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, you also have the right to have this hearing in open court, in the actual courthouse, the courtroom. As you know, that with the COVID-19 crisis, this hearing is being held by computer. It's called a remote hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you could demand that this be done in the courtroom in open court, but it is my understanding, and I want you to affirm that you are willing to do this by remote, by computer. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And Your Honor, for the record, the state approves and consents to the waiver of jury trial in this case.
Have you seen that, Mr. Bland? Have you seen the papers that tell you that the state is approving this also, giving up their right to a jury trial?
Yes, sir. Actually, I saw them last night. I printed them out.
All right.
Your Honor, just for the record, it's not in the jury waiver for the state is not in writing. just yet because we still have to incorporate that into the plea packet paperwork that the clerk sent out. But I just wanted it on the record, the state's consent and approval to that waiver.
I had seen it in the form. I guess it's not in this particular packet.
I
I
don't
think
believe,
it's just the waiver and consent to do by video is what is
I
there.
got you.
right. Yes, Your Honor. The state's consent to video conference it could be what you're referencing, and that was sent along with the discovery acknowledgement last night.
All right.
That state's consent per 2718 to the video conference of this plea this morning.
All right. Michelle, can you show us the agreement form? The plea package? All right, I do note that we have a form called the state's consent to video conference. Then state and defense, you both agree and affirm that you have completed the discovery requirements under 39.14.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Michelle, back up to the plea agreement. Michelle, take us back up to the plea agreement.
Give me one moment, Judge. I'm working on it right now.
Oh, sure.
Okay. So.
See, Mr. Yanta has his Texas flag. And I've got, hello, my U.S. flag. Brother,
Those colors don't run, Your Honor.
I hear you.
And everybody got their taxes paid
There we
today,
are.
right?
All right. This is we're on the other case.
Okay.
623023. I guess we can probably combine the two proceedings. Is there any objection, Robbie?
No, Your Honor, no objection.
All right.
And just so you are aware, Your Honor, I know it seems odd that a guy has 2 DWIs and we're just going to do a JSAT on both of them, but
Right.
he's got a felony MTR and they're going to withdraw the motion to enter adjudication of guilt. And Andrew's going to go to SATF. He's going to go to inpatient rehab. So we had to get these done before they would allow him to go to SATF.
I understand. All right. So we're handling both cases, Mr. Bland, 623023 and Mr. Yanta, help me out. Let's see, 638148.
That's correct, Your Honor. 638148.
All right. Mr. Bland, you understand that 623023 is a DWI first. 638148 is a DWI enhanced with a allegation of a breath alcohol or blood alcohol content of 0.15 or higher. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just to repeat, on both of those cases, you have a right to remain silent. You're giving up the right in both cases. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to a jury trial in both cases, and you're giving up that right. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And, Your Honor, for the record, the state waives and consents to the jury waiver in 638148 as well as 623023.
Thank you, sir. All right, you are going to enter a plea that, in effect, I want to make sure that you know and understand that your plea is considered to be free of fear or any kind of compulsion by the state or anyone else. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. There's going to be a plea of guilty. Is that correct, Mr. Yanta?
That's my understanding. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If you're pleading guilty in either or both cases, Mr. Bland, it is our understanding, and you will testify, that it is because you believe you are guilty and not for any other reason. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, if the state and your attorney, Ms. Ward, have come to an agreement, a plea bargain, a deal, by law, I don't have to accept it. I am free to reject it. I'm also free to give you any punishment that's within the books, within the law, even if it's higher or heavier than what you agreed to. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Move it up a little bit, Ms. Herrera. Okay, hold on. All right. Next form, Ms. Herrera. Right there. Ms. Herrera, I'm going to ask you to mark the fifth box. Mr. Bland, you know and understand that you are waiving your right to appeal, as I explained to you earlier. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now that you've answered that, it is already signed, but Ms. Herrera, I want you to mark the fifth box, which is, this is a plea bargain and the defendant has no right of appeal. Next form. Now, you made an application for probation.
No,
Is that-
there's no application, Your Honor.
Okay, that's a J set. Okay,
Yes.
never mind. Okay. I think that's the whole process there. Now, the plea agreement page, Ms. Herrera. The actual plea agreement. The recitations or the questions I just asked you, they apply to both cases. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, on the charge of DWI first, or misdemeanor B, how do you plead, sir?
Guilty, Your Honor.
All right. On case number 638148, which is a DWI allegation of 0.15 blood alcohol or higher. How do you plead on that one?
Guilty as well, Your Honor.
All right. On both of these cases, it's my understanding that there's an agreement that I need that page for specifics.
Judge, it wasn't included in the packet. I don't have it.
All right.
Your Honor, if you're talking about the plea agreement form,
Yeah.
that was sent to you after Mr. Bland signed last night, I believe. So it should be in your inbox, Your Honor.
Already.
Your Honor, did you sign it as well?
It's my understanding I did.
Okay, then it should be in the C Court 5 inbox. Once you sign those pages, once you sign those documents, it then automatically went to C Court 5 at bear.org.
Ms. Herrera, can you find that or you cannot
I'm looking for it, Judge, right now.
already? And now we're seeing just the cap, Mr. Brandt. There you go. What are you using? A handheld phone or what?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, it's my iPhone. I apologize about that, sir.
No problem. No problem. All right. Well, at this point, on case 623-023, you have entered a plea of guilty. 638-148, you've entered a plea of guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Based on the plea and the facts, the record, I find that you're guilty. Now, how much credit does he get on 623-023, Mr. Yanta?
I calculated he has 4 days of credit in Bear County Jail. Patty, is that your calculation as well?
And is that the sentence?
That is, yes.
I'll
Yes.
have to check. I have to check. Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, and Patty, that's 623-023. 4 days DCJ credit is what I was able to determine. And Your Honor, that's on the plea agreement form sent last night.
Right. All right. So is the sentence actually an actual 4 days or is it 2 days?
I'm checking, Judge.
Okay.
And Your Honor, we would also ask that defendant provide his thumbprint for inclusion on the judgment per 3833 within 7 days from the date of this hearing today.
That will be ordered. You understand, Mr. Bland, what we're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Where does he go?
He goes to the probation office on 200 Comal. Is it? Well, that's the jail. What is it? The address on Comal?
Is Maricela on at the hearing?
No, I'm here. Yes, it's 207 North Comal. It's right across the Bear County Jail. Well, it's like diagonal.
Yeah.
But you need to wear a mask, sir, okay, when you go in.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, it's 3 days credit on 623-023.
All right. So the sentence is, Mr. Yanta, was for 4 days.
Was for 4 days, yes, Your Honor. But we're JSATting, so it's whatever credit he's got. Credit for
All right.
time served.
Then you are sentenced to 3 days, Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time and money run concurrent. The court finds that you have satisfied this judgment. On 638-148, the court finds, based on your plea and the evidence, that you are guilty. In that case, what is the punishment, Mr. Yanta?
I calculated he has 3 days. Patty, can you check on that as well?
He has 2 days.
2 days. Okay. See, but on that one, since it's 0.1, yeah, 2 days, whatever credit he's got at BCJ, Your Honor. So 2 days.
All right.
Yeah.
Then the court will so
Wait.
note. The court will so note that will give you credit for time served, time and money run concurrent. Court finds that you have satisfied that judgment.
And
Any
Your Honor,
questions? Yes, sir.
Your Honor, on 63148, same thing, defendant to provide thumbprint within 7 days from today's date for inclusion on the judgment in this cause.
So ordered when you go into the probation office, Mr. Well, is it probation office or sheriff's office? We're not talking probation.
Yes, so if he's not gonna get probation, Judge, then he wouldn't have to go to probation, he would have to go to the
So
sheriff.
probably just a report to the courtroom, County Court 5 on the 4th floor. Before you go in, call in, make sure that Ms. Castillo or some other deputy is there so they can have your fingerprint affixed to the file, which will be there at the courthouse in the courtroom. All right,
Yes, sir.
all right. Then I think that concludes.
Is there a time when it's more likely they'll be there than not? Just, I mean, he's ordered to do it in 7 days, but it's hard to,
I hear you. Ms. Herrera,
Judge, we're here Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. We do close from 12 to 1 for lunch. Otherwise,
Right,
we should be
but
here.
I'm talking about, that's, y'all are always there, I understand. How
Yes,
about
we can
Ms.
do
Castillo or some other deputy?
Yeah, she about 4:30. She'll be here until 4:30 usually.
Let's say between 8 and 4, just to be safe.
Okay.
I'd hate for you to go to the, Mr. Bland, I'd hate for you to go to the trouble of going over there and then finding no one there to have you apply your thumbprint. All right,
Yes,
that'll
sir.
conclude. Anything else from anybody?
Nothing for-
thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Everybody stay safe, you and your loved ones.
Thank
You
Your
too,
Honor.
Judge. Thank you.
May the state be
You're
excused.
welcome. Yes,
Thank you. Y'all have a good morning.
you too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Stay safe, man. All right, now you can close it up, Mr.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bland.